Hey, today I want to talk about self-worth. And at times you could doubt I'm going to put it in a scenario. So, at work, you know who you are, you know what you could do, you know what you bring to the table. But it just feels like you have to constantly prove yourself to your higher ups that you are that person that you're the person that they've been waiting for. But guess what? They're not going to see it. They're just not going to see it. And I would just say, just don't be down on yourself, man, because like I said, you know who you are. You know what you bring to the table. They might not know. They might not know till you leave. And with my current job, I've left like at least think like two times already. Yeah, about two times. And every time I came back, it just you could feel the impact a little bit. And but personally, me, I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. I know who I am. I know my self worth. It no, if I found something else tomorrow that maybe higher paying, I'm cool with that, man. I'm just cool with that because at the same time, like I said, your self worth. You know who you are. You just got to keep building every day. Do not stay content of where you at because there's times at my job like a few years ago you know I felt very complacent and excuse my language, but it was kind of pissing me off. I was getting mad with myself because of how complacent I was, and I just felt like I wasn't moving forward. I just felt like I was in neutral, and yeah, it will make me mad from time to time that I felt content, that I felt complacent, that I just felt comfortable instead of always climbing that mountain, every day. And now I don't feel, I don't feel complacent. I don't feel content. I, you know, I know who I am. Personally, I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. And I'm going to say this is work wise, but also too in relationships. You know who you are. You know what you bring to the table. If your significant other just didn't bring anything to the table, you don't have to be with them. You don't have to be with them because what value are they adding to you? And if your answer is that they add no value, you know what to do. You got to leave that situation. Um, and yeah, like I said, work wise, relationship wise, even friendship wise, don't be content. Don't be comfortable. If that job or that person doesn't add no value to you, you know what time it is. You know it's that time to go. It's that time to find better because don't stop the train for anybody. Don't stop that express for anybody. Keep climbing. Keep going. I believe in you. And and yeah. And yeah, man, just yeah, don't be complacent, don't be comfortable. And two, like there will always be somebody that will want your spot, just looking to take your spot. As soon as you slip up, they ready to take your spot. So yeah, man. As far as self worth, man, just don't be down on yourself. Better days are coming. Better days are coming, and yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. For example, me, like 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 I said, I was content. I was complacent. I didn't like it. I knew I had to change it, and I'm very proud of myself now because I did manage to change it to a way where I feel like I'm somewhat in control of what I'm trying to do. I mean, it's like say it's like riding a bull. You're trying to hold on to the bull as much as you can. That's the kind of fight I'm going through with you know I, I figured out what lane to be in, like what's my space, and I know my space will never be with my job. I know my space will be what I'm doing right now, and if it wasn't for my last job opening the door for me, I would never knew how good it would be to be in that space. And I mean, right now, like I've been like working every day, work my 9 to 5, come home, do a lot of research, network. Um, if I had to step out, I go to meetings and everything, I do what I have to do, because at the same time, I'm building a future for myself. Building a future for myself, building a future for my future kids. You know, generational wealth for my family. I think about that stuff every day, and and ain't nobody stopping me from doing that. Ain't nobody going to stop me from doing that. And like I said, if you're in my way, I'm gonna run through you. I'm gonna run through you. And yeah, that'll be my video.